In 20 seconds or so, we might be looking at an aggressive long trade on the pound Australian dollar. About 10 more seconds. If the candle closes in between the TBM and the TBS, there's a good chance this tetragram bar is going to stay little and green. And we've got the signal. So I'm going to buy. So I'm in a buy trade. Now, this is an aggressive long trade. The TBL is green. So it is telling us that we're only looking for long trades at this point. We had the big tetragram bars telling us that indeed the uptrend has been validated, confirmed, verified. Now, in this little region here, we've got the gray tetragram bars. So the gray tetragram bars, they're the pullback that we're looking for. And now with this one candle, we've got the small green tetragram giving us the aggressive signal to go long. The switch, the TBS and the TBL are all in alignment. They're all saying that, yes, we should go long. So that is the one that we took. The TBM is still on the wrong side, but we got the 3 out of the 4. And now we're going to place a stop loss underneath the TBS. So we're going for a 30 pip stop loss. And the stop loss goes underneath the TBS. We do not have the option to use the TBM in this one. So only the TBS is there. We're going to use the TBS as the stop. I'm going for a 1-to-1, which means a 30 pip take profit. And at this point, all we can do is wait. And as the trade progresses, I can't really do much. There's nothing that I can do until I get a TBM dot. As long as the TBS remains where it is and we don't get the TBM dots on the bottom side, then my stop loss is going to stay just where it is. I'm not going to move my stop loss until I can start to manage the trade with the TBM dots. So until that happens, there's nothing else I can do except watch. We'll watch the trade, we'll watch the market, and when I do get an opportunity to do something, then I will come right back. I get an opportunity now to move the stop loss. We have a TBM dot that's appeared. Now, even before I do that, I'm going to expand the screen just a little bit, because we're looking up high and it's all kind of squashed. This way we get a better point of view if I expand what it is we're looking at. Okay, now that I've got that, I'm going to move my stop loss. A new TBM dot appeared, so that's even better, to underneath that TBM dot. So we've got a 15 pip stop loss now. And I think it's about a 30 pip take profit. So we've cut the risk in half in one move. We've got this aggressive trade going, cut the stop in half. Perfect. Again, I'll put the video on pause and I'll be back when I can either manage the trade some more or we look to be taken out of the trade. I'm going to move my stop loss a little bit further. Now we've got another opportunity. The new candle presents a new TBM. And that means I get to move my stop. So 1/3 of the stop versus 3/3 of the potential profit. So we've got a 30 pip profit target and a 10 pip stop loss. Now, if those aren't good ratios, I don't know what is. I'm going to put the video back on pause. And when I can do the exact same thing I just did, I will come back. Price is moving nicely. So in just a couple seconds, we are going to get a new candle. And with the new candle, we get a new TBM dot. And I get to manage the trade a little bit further. So about 5.5 pips. Let's say 6 pips. We got a 6 pip stop loss now. We are really snugging that stop up. And that is the whole point of trade management. If this trade does not work out and we do get stopped out, the loss will be very, very minimum. So the next trade, recovering the losses on this trade would be very, very simple. We don't have to win very big in order to cover a small loss. And that is the key behind this. All right, I'm going to put the video back on pause. And when it looks like we're going to get taken out of the trade, or I get another opportunity to move my stop loss, I'll come back. Now, the market's behaving quite erratically. So it looks like we're going to get stopped out here at a very minimal, well, maybe not. It was very close. There was quite a bit of jumping up and down. There was quite an erratic movement happening. Now, the only thing at this point is we can just hope it works in our favor. But if we do get stopped out, again, we're going to get stopped out for a very minimal loss on this one. So we'll pay attention. We almost got stopped out, and I can just hope that we got the bounce down, and then from there we'll get to move back up again. But everything's in place, so if we get stopped out, again, it'll be just for a minimal loss. We're going to get stopped out. So we got stopped out of this trade. Now, as much as I don't like getting stopped out, as much as we got close to hitting our take profit and never did, this is still an exciting thing because the loss on this trade was tiny compared to what we would have won. So making this up on the next trade isn't going to be difficult. This is an important element to being successful in your trading career. This was a well-played trade. This was a good trade. So whether it won or lost, that's besides the point. It was well managed, it was well placed, and it was a fantastic trade.